So, hey guys, welcome back to our channel Farm with Ashish and Anisha. My name is Ashish. So today we are going to talk about UN, and we are also going to talk about the control of UN over the world. You will be getting a doubt how much this influence had UN made over the world, that is, it is controlling internationally. And also we will be saying the history of UN, and we will be also explaining everything about UN. So let's get started. At the first, this story begins in 1919 after the World War I, after which all the countries decide that let's make a formation so that we do not break out into the World War II. They made a formation named League of Nations. After which, but initially, the World War II came and they were not able to stop. Then they scrambled the idea of League of Nations, and they created a new type of nations known as United Nations during the World War II. Its first summit was held in 1st January 1942, in which only 26 nations took a part. This was during the World War II, when they thought to fight against the Axis powers like Germany and Japan. Presently, the UN has 193 members, or the 193 countries. The last country to join was South Sudan, which broke from Sudan in 2011. The official languages of UN are Arabic, Chinese, English, French, Russian, and Spanish. Now we're going to speak about the three types of members in UN. The first type consisted of the permanent members. The permanent members are known as the head of the UN, kind of head. They will be leading the powers. Now so many countries are trying to get that spot. This spot is held by the countries such as USA, China, France, Britain, Russia. And now I'm going to talk about the original countries. The original countries are also known as the countries which joined the UN at the start, excluding the permanent members. These countries are 51 countries, and India is also included in it. Third most, known as only the member. In this part of section, only the members, like other countries excluding the permanent and the original countries, the other countries normally they join later into the formation. Now we're going to speak about the aims of UN. The aims of the UN are to have international peace between the countries so that it doesn't break into a war, and to lead cooperation in problem solving techniques, and also to respect and promote humanity rights. Now we're going to speak about the main organs of the UN. The first one is the General Assembly. The General Assembly is known to be one of the most main part of the UN, and it also is a part in which all the countries will be in a way of cooperation and towards the problem solving techniques. And also in this part of UN, every 3 months in a year, the member countries will meet. All the member countries will meet and have different summits about cooperation. Now we're going to speak about the second unit, known as the Security Council. This is kind of a problem-solving unit in which the 5 permanent members, and there are also additional 10 non-permanent members which are selected by the General Assembly for 2 years of time. And this 5 permanent members will also help in the decision making of the problems which are made. And if any country rejects the problem solving situation, for example, any problem comes from a country, if the member says veto on it, so they will stop discussing on it. Now we're going to speak about the third part of the UN, known as the Economic and the Social Council. This is a recommendation body of a UN which will recommend countries for the betterment for like social, education, and the health of the people, so that the country can grow. And this part of the UN also controls organizations such as UNESCO. The fourth part consists of the Secretariat. The Secretariat is the body of UN which consists of the Secretary General. Current Secretary General is Antonio Guterres. The Secretary General holds kind of meetings and maintains the international peace between the countries, and also registers treaties which have been between the countries, so that there is always a record and track of the world. Fifth part consists of the International Court of Justice. This Court of Justice consists of 15 judges. It is very famous. It is located in Hague, Netherlands, which a country does not control. The UN itself will control it. It consists of 15 judges which will do the things in international ways, and it has a lot of influence. And this International Court of Justice can decide a lot of things on countries. So it is like a different kind of code for countries, not for people, for countries. Now we are going to move on the sixth part of the UN, which is known as the Trusteeship Council. This council was made in the brain of when the colonialism was going to be ended. After which so many countries got independent, but they didn't know the certain path to govern themselves. So this Trusteeship Council helped the countries which came out of the colonialism to guide them in a way of having their own government and how to govern themselves. This Trusteeship Council doesn't have a lot of use today, but it still recommends the countries how to govern themselves. Now we are going to speak about the different organizations in UN. Now we are going to speak about one of the most famous organizations in UN, known as the UNESCO. The UNESCO is an organization of UN which tries to keep peace through having cooperation in international education. Now we are going to talk about the FAO. The FAO deals with the world hunger and the lack of nutrition in continents like Africa and other countries which are having food problems and nutrition problems. Now we are going to talk about the WTO. The WTO, known as the International Trading Organization, means in different way. It sees the overseas relationships of trading between other countries, and sees that they are trading according to the rules and the regulations or not. Now we're going to talk about WHO. WHO, or the World Health Organization, as we know, it deals with the world health problems like helping countries with keeping their people healthy, and more people are one of the main importance of a country which the WHO recognizes very well. Now we are going to talk about the ILO. It is known as the Labor Organization of the UN. So this labor organization which deals with the labor problems of a country as child labor. People use children to do works which are illegal. So this part or organization will deal with those kind of problems. Now we are going to talk about IAEA, which is known as the Atomic Organization of UN, which deals with atomic kind of situations to say keeping regulations on the atomic control of every country and to keep some certain kind of rules and atomic energy, for example like nuclear bombs. Now we're going to talk about the IBRD, known as the International Bank of the World. This bank helps from the UN, it's an organization or the bank, international bank, which helps all the suffering countries or poor countries which have their struggling economies. It will give loans to them so that they can come out of it. And now we're going to talk about UNICEF. This is kind of a different kind of body. This UNICEF gives out of greeting cards to the other countries, so to the member countries, and gives out greeting cards so that it can earn revenue to the UN. Now we are going to talk about the UNDP. This UNDP is kind of an organization in which they will send a representative in every country so that they will be helping the country with a specific problem. For example, the UNDP representative in India helped India in the way of Indian government's forest plan. Now we are going to speak about the achievements of UN. The achievements of UN are, after doing this many kind of organizations and these many parts of bodies, UN achieved it stopped the Cold War, and it stopped the happening World War III, and it's also stopped certain kind of conflicts in areas like Palestine, Korea, Iran, Iraq, and more Kashmir. So seeing the ways that UN helped every country which had more, UN had more international stand, and now UN has an influence over the world. So thank you guys for watching till now. Please like it, share and subscribe, and watch our past videos, and like this video, share and subscribe. Bye guys, thank you for watching. Stay educated. Bye.